Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing the purpose of job hazard analysis, JHA. JHA is to identify the hazard related to a specific task and implement the control measures to prevent workplace accidents and injuries. So, to begin with, identify the job itself and then break down the job into a specific task and then start identifying the hazard related to each task. To make it more easier, we have 5 or 6 factors to follow. First one is the physical hazard, and this could be the slip, trip, and fall, machine hazard, electrical risk. The second one will be chemical hazard, of course, exposure to chemical substance or to hazardous substance. Third one is the ergonomic hazard, manual handling, one of them. Fourth one is the environment hazard or the atmosphere, for example, heat stress. And then the last one is the human factor, and that could be fatigue, stress, and uh, distraction. Then you have to do the risk evaluation. The risk evaluation is to assess the level of the risk associated to each task, and then, of course, the severity of the injury, moderate, minor, major, and then the likelihood of the occurrence, likely, unlikely, very likely, and so on. And then, of course, we have the control measures implementation or identification. In this case, is very easy because we have the five hierarchy control: elimination, remove the hazard; substitution, replace the hazardous material with a safer one; and then we have the engineering control, machine guards, for example; and then administrative control, training, work rotation, and so on. And the last one, of course, is the personal protection equipment, the PPE, gloves, helmet, SCBA, and so on. So once you identify the control measures, you have to assign it to someone, and this is called the responsible person. He's responsible to implement the control measures identified. Of course, you have to review the job hazard analysis and do the approval as well to ensure that all the parties involved in the JHA are aware and taking their responsibilities. Communication is the important part of the JHA. After conducting the JHA, you have to ensure that you are communicating this document or this job hazard analysis to all the involved party, the people who are working on the ground on the job, so that they are aware of the hazards, the control measures, and so on. Of course, you have to document this JHA for record purpose and also for future trainings and review purpose. So if we take one job as an example and start to do JHA for it, let's say confined space. So to start with, let's see what is the definition of confined space. Confined space is enclosed or partially enclosed place. It's large enough for bodily entering. It has limited access and egress and is not designed for continuous occupancy. So what will be the hazard in the confined space entry? Inhalation of toxic gas, oxygen deficiency, poor visibility, incompetent personnel in confined space, delay in emergency if there is limited access and egress, which we could not assess properly, failure in compliance to permit to work, for example, if people are unaware of that. So on the other hand, you have to provide proper training. You have to ensure all the people are aware of the task and the hazard related to the task and the control measures which are identified in the job hazard analysis. That could be one of the hazards. Uh, you may have hot work in the confined space like welding, grinding, cutting, and so on. So this generate fume, and then fume inhalation can cause lung damage. Um, One of the hazards could be the grinding. When you are grinding, you are generating a spark, and that could be a source of fire and explosion. So you have to ensure you have proper protection against the sparks flying all around. Another one could be the lifting operation. If you have any lifting operation in the area, ensure that you are having proper lifting plan and the load is suitable, or the crane is suitable for the load which you are going to lift. You have to ensure the ground is compacted when you are setting up your crane to avoid any settlement of the outriggers. Excavation is one of the hazards need to be assessed. Excavation wall may collapse if you do not provide proper shoring or sloping. Excavations have limited access and egress where you need to provide more access, especially during emergency, to ensure that you are not delaying the emergency or the rescue team. The material around the excavation area that can fall inside the excavation, you have to provide proper barrication and the signage that people at work and so on. So these are some of the hazard can be assessed when you are doing the job hazard analysis in your workplace. Thank you.